As part of my faith, I believe that I come from the most extraordinary DNA in the world, God's DNA. As an extension of this, I also believe that God did not make me in His image to live with a thermostat set at 75 degrees. My God and your spiritual deity, too, created us to live in a full faith-based life with a thermostat set at 100 degrees. Many people say they lead faith-based lives, but how many of us say they have God and faith in all parts of their lives? Several people I know read the Bible, go to church, and are kind-hearted and loving people. But do these same people extend their faith into their beliefs about personal fitness, finance, relationships, and business? In many cases, the answer is no. One of the keys to changing your identity is to let faith move mountains in all parts of your life. Intentions. When our actions are based on good intentions, our soul has no regrets. I meet many people who constantly beat themselves up for where they are in life instead of giving themselves any credit for their intentions to move to the new identity. If this sounds like you, all you are doing is reinforcing your current identity, your 75-degree life. You are not letting yourself off the mat when you do this. This is that the Bangalore approach to life. You are not being fair to the person who matters most. You. Thinking this way creates a downward spiral, and the farther down your spin, the harder it is to climb out of it and create a new identity. You will accept frustration. You want to be around people. And quite frankly, most people want to be around you. Instead of a soaring on life, flip your script. Tell yourself you intend to do good or to serve. That you intend to create a thriving business and have money in the bank. You intend to treat the people around you with care and the worthy of a loving and the caring relationship. Apply good intentions to all parts of your life and then watch what happens. Your intentions was set your mind toward creating your new identity. Your brain works on what is told. When you tell your brain what you want to attract, it will design internal messages that will feed the good parts of who you are and manifest themselves in a new identity over time. Intentions are the currency that lets you make deposits in your identity bank instead of you creating a run on the bank that will eventually trap you into identity. Okay? Associations. Consider the words in T. Hodge. What surrounds us is what is within us. You can't possibly stay at 75 degrees if you hang out with the people operating at 100 degrees. Through proximity, you absorb the traits, actions, and beliefs of the people you associate with. Consciously and unconsciously, their knowledge and ideas become a part of who you are. This is why you should seek out quality association that can either directly or indirectly help you grow to be a 100-degree person you are meant to be. The other side of this is that if you want to raise your thermostat and change your identity, you may need to say goodbye to many of the 50-degree people in your life. Yes, I know that can be the hard thing to do. Until you clear out space in your life for the right associations, you will be mirrored in relationships that have outlived their purpose and you hold you back. Now hold you back. I'm not saying this part is easy, but at this time, it is necessary. The other way to approach this is to reject 50-degree behavior and raise other people's thermostats instead. This is an especially viable approach when you are dealing with family members or lifelong friends where saying goodbye could be difficult. The bottom line is that you are a reflection of the people you associate with. If you associate with the people who elevate you and make your thermostat rise, then you're on the right path to creating a new identity. Once you're armed with awareness of the trilogy, you can only move forward. If you adjust a level of self-confidence, you have to change your identity. Self-confidence is a unifying factor. I go into greater detail in Chapter 12 on habits, but self-confidence and how it relates to identity are crucial concepts and worth repeating. The first thing to know is that identity is different than self-confidence. Identity is what you believe you're worth. Your intention thermostat, your internal thermostat, I'm sorry, your internal thermostat, self-confidence is means to deliver on it. Self-confident people share one habit in common, and that is the ability to keep the promises they make to themselves. When you're in the habit of keeping promises you make with yourself, you're on the pathway to self-confidence. Self-confidence is also a form of self-trust, and if you can trust yourself, you need to do some hard thinking about yourself. It also follows that if you're timid, you won't act. If you have doubts, you paralyze yourself with fear. Those are the products of external factors in your life. They are incubators for negative thoughts. When these negative thoughts grow, they take over all your thoughts and your mind descends into unproductive and damaging places. That's why you must guard on your thoughts. Pull out the mental weeds that threaten to take over the good parts of your psyche. You may not get them all, and that's okay. Self-confidence is not about doing away the fear or timidity. It's about moving forward anyway, because of the agreements you made with yourself. The other critical thing is that self-confidence is generated from within, and because it's an internal emotion, you can stack the deck in your favor. Ralph Waldo Emerson put it this way: what lies behind you, what lies in front of you, pales in comparison to what lies inside of you. Let this sink in. You're the only one who gets a say in how much self-confidence you want. When you break internal agreements, you're only fighting with yourself. If this sounds a bit crazy, that's because it is. Wouldn't you rather save your energy for the other battles you're fighting? Like most things in life, when keeping a promise to yourself, the first step is always the hardest. I guarantee that once your tree of the pulls out of the station in your head, you will find the momentum you need to act. You will see results as you develop a new identity. Those results will be the fuel that keeps the train moving on down the tracks. The opposite of self-confidence is self-sabotage. It's like a computer virus that locks inside many people and is only triggered when you try to move forward with an important part of your life. Self-sabotage triggers discouragement and doubt, and the mortal enemies of self-confidence. For him, stream media founder Shane Perez perfectly described how these things indicated damage you when he said, optimism might not make you successful, but pessimism will ensure you don't succeed. When you self-sabotage, you dial down your thermostat and deny yourself the beliefs that wasn't headed into your life. Maybe this is you. Perhaps it's somebody you know. Some people just having a knock of being given a gift, then finding a way to undermine the outcomes. The worst part is that the same people seem to repeat this type of thing over and over. They are labeled in a hot mess or somebody who hasn't gotten their life together yet. In reality, they're just an entire their thermostat to what they believe is their worth of receiving. How often have you seen somebody you know meet the woman or man of their dreams only to cheat on them, be gross and inappropriate and downright rude? Do you know people who have made a pile of money but then gone a self-destructive and spree using drugs and alcohol, reckless in spending, or gambling their wealth away? Most of them have also heard cautionary tale of pro athletes who don't train, are evil, or who overindulge in vices, and in some cases, it costs them their lives. They are all guilty of self-sabotage because their lack of discipline is a lack of self-confidence that does not match up and support their identity. Their internal thermostat doesn't match the initial success they've enjoyed. Eventually, the thermostat tests itself and the person crashes back down to where the thermostat says they should be. It's sad when this happens because it doesn't need to be this way. Here's an exercise I use and it shows self-touch, discouragement, and doubt. I pay attention when I have a sabotaging thought. I mentally record the thought. Then I visualize and see myself scratching it out. The first time I record the thought and strike it out, I'll still see it. So I do this repeatedly any many times that it takes until I can no longer see the thought because it is marked over and blacked out. When I get to the point where I can see it, the thought has been stricken from my mind. My mind no longer lives with the thought, and that thought loses its limiting power on me. To successfully align with your one more identity, you must keep the right promises with yourself. You must eliminate negatives and create an environment where self-confidence becomes an asset instead of one more thing you fear. Now let's know more about the now how self-confidence and identity work together. It's time to look at misconceptions that can skew proper thinking. Misconception about self-confidence and identity. Recognize and reject these misconceptions and you will fortify your quest for a new identity. I'm what I possess. I am what I possess. Lots of people link self-confidence and identity to their possessions. They make the flawed assumption that the more possession they acquire, the higher their self-confidence will be, and the more perfect their new identity will be. That's not the case. It's a whole approach to self-confidence and identity. There is absolutely nothing wrong with acquiring material things. I would be disingenuous if I told you that. If I don't do is link my possessions and material wealth with my self-confidence and my identity. I consciously keep them separate, and so should you. I'm my accomplishments. This is a horrible trap to fall into because all of your life to feel good about your self-confidence and your identity, you're going to have an insatiable need to keep accomplishing things. Keep it simple. You are you. You are put on the earth to great things in it, but feeding your ego is an insidious trap. By all means, accept the great things. Accomplish great things and don't get so caught up in the patting yourself on the back that you lose in the humanity you should have. Remember, it can all be taken away in an instant. And if you use your accomplishments as an excuse for your self-worth, that fall would be hard, I guarantee you. I am what other people say I am wrong. The essence of self-confidence and internalizing your search for a new identity flies in the face of this belief. Forget the ego structs. Don't base on your words in social media hearts and likes. Don't beg for compliments. It's a cheap and a needed way to live your life. When you do, you're doing the opposite of improving your self-confidence and designing your new identity. What I look like means in everything. So many people fall into trap what they think beauty should be. This is especially true for women who are bombarded with the television programs, blogs, podcasts, social media, and the magazines, all of which places extreme focus on external beauty. Here's the real deal. True beauty comes with the within. Your beauty comes with your soul, intentions, your capacity to give, how you treat people, your beliefs, your kind. Oh, that's true. Oh my gosh. Heart is not bad to work on your health, lose weight, dress in nicer clothes, and pay attention to your grooming. The trick to do it for you and nobody else. Remember you are defined by the content of your character, and not by the reflection in your bathroom mirror. As a one-more thinker, your identity is fundamental to who you are. Use such realization to apply self-confidence and find the right temperature on your identity thermostat. When you do, you're well on your way not only creating your best identity, but also leading to your best life. Okay, living in a matrix. Ooh, I think I should read this book. Wow, it's beautiful. I love this book. Oh my god. It's really touching and moving. It's an inspiration as well. Yeah, inspire me. Of course, that's enough.